So, Rivos, again, we're going to be speaking about what I experienced playing the Forspoken demo, which I did live stream the other night for the channel. It's the upcoming action role-playing game developed by Luminous Productions, also being published by Square Enix. Now, I have fun with the demo. From what I've seen in the community, it is very, 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 very mixed. Mixed emotions about the gameplay. Personally, I think the demo's fine. I think it is good. However, this is going to be the thing for this channel, apparently. Getting a Gotham Knights feel with this game, and I'll explain that in a minute. Because it does have issues. Some issues I notice is traversal. Traversal in the game is very stunted. You gotta pause and you gotta locate where you're trying to go to, and it doesn't work. It just seems like they threw some random web swinging back gliding in there for some reason. It's the best way I can put it. You webbing out to things to move around, and it slows down. I've played a couple of games where when you choose something quick action, the game kind of goes into a still frame mode. As often as it has to happen here, I don't think it's good. Right? You have traversal issues. The other issue with her traversing is when you're moving around with her, she gives me Sonic vibes. If you played old school Sonic games, actually this is still a problem with Sonic to this day. But even like Xbox Sonic, Xbox 360 Sonic, where he gets to be too fast for you to control. Like you really feel his speed to where he's so fast you cannot control him. You literally cannot react. There is a part in the game where I'm fighting a mob and her dodge over dashes and I just fall off the bridge. I am willing to bet there's some kind of overprotection or something, so it's very hard for you to die in a demo. I'm almost certain in game I would have died. So it has that issue. Um, Also, the menus cluttered. Swapping from powers is not easy. It's kind of swapping around, and you don't know what it means. If you look at the level up, if you saw it on the live play, I was able to level up some of her powers. It's a lot of hexagons on the screen. I feel like that could have been neatened up a bit. The game comes out in January, so I promise you, they are not going to be able to fix that part, right? The combat, like the combat. I think the combat is good, but a lot of people did not like the combat. They felt like it was too clunky. There go that again. They felt like it's clunky. They feel like it's not responsive. They don't think it's going to be good. Now, I just want to just there's two things I want to push back on, because there is this thing where some half of the gaming community, they want demos. They feel like demos are good, so therefore you know what you're getting, you know what you're signing up for, and if you know if you want to play the game. And then there's the other one where you get stuff like this where they make a demo and then it's not working in their favor. And I'm seeing a lot of people saying they're either going to wait or they're just going to flat out pass on this game, which they have the right to do. As I said, that's what a demo should do. However, the two things I'm going to notice I mentioned with this game, I didn't really like the combat at first. And the reason why I said the word Gotham Knights or the title Gotham Knights, what I'm noticing when I play this game, this demo didn't hold your hand. And so because it doesn't hold your hand, it feels like a lot all at once. First of all, it's very likely that this is just crafted to be a demo. You don't know where you are in the story. You don't know what you're doing. It is highly unlikely you're going to start with all the powers you have at your disposal here. And I'm thinking they're going to explain to you how to use and what the purpose of this stuff is, more so as you unlock new powers like most games do. So the fact that you have so many powers at your disposal, which honestly what look like is probably somewhere in like the mid game, early mid game part, it's just too much. You don't know what to use, you don't know what it means. It's not so much a time demo, you can go back and keep doing it. So when you play it and you start using these powers, you're just like, what the hell am I doing? Her dodging is fast. Some powers actually work with her dodging. You watch the playthrough. What I was doing, I was able to dodge and throw a spear. I was able to dodge and chuck uh earth a rock, a giant shield rock. You get to manipulate and twist in dodging. In some of her dodging mechanics, certain powers can do this. Now, this is looking like, if it goes this route, they are not going to hold your hand. Meaning, they're going to give you powers, and it's going to be up to you to find out how to master those powers. Which one do work for you? Which one does work for you? Uh, how you want to go about building her, or what you want to do. So they're not going to say, oh, well, this is the best power, or you do this and then do that. Hey, you got a tendril that steals life. You got a life leash move. You got a flame spear and a flame sword. Have at it. This game is not going to tell you how to dodge. It's not going to tell you how to master probably her parkouring. So you're going to have to master this. Meaning, not so much that it's broke, but you have to find ways to master it. Like, again, in my demo, I was able to break her free fall with actually one of her with the fire spell. I actually learned I can break a free fall from a high distance by using a fire sword. It causes a flip, and therefore it cuts out that fall damage. That kind of mastery where you just gonna have to play and learn these spells in depth and put your mind as to how you want to the application of these moves. There is a tweet by Rhino who he's showing traversal. He's played hours and hours, and they're mastering traversal at a level that I couldn't. I just did not like the traversal at all. I thought it was horrible. So it is a glimpse that the traversal can be good once mastered. It's either A, they'll show you more, right? Or B, you're just gonna have to master it. Or if it's A, then we can negate that the traversal was bad and it's just a demo, and they could have put out a poor representation of a demo. Now, literally at the time of me making this video, I did come across this, and I wanted to go over this. This is from one of the producers of the game, the creative producer Ryo Mitsuno. Forsaken demo is actually nothing like the final game, says producers. As fans complain about the Forsaken demo, the game producer has a very odd excuse for its failures. Now, video game demos are ideal for marketing tools. By providing a slice of hands-on gameplay, they can give the general public a good idea of what the game will be like when it launches. If done well, they can potentially attract new customers who may have otherwise skipped the game. For Square Enix Forspoken, though, there's a worrying sense that the public demo has achieved the opposite. Fans' responses are divided, with many players unimpressed with what they experienced. However, the game creative producer has suggested that the demo isn't wholly indicative of the full gameplay. In a recent interview, creative producer Ryo Mitsuno, head of the developer of Luminous Productions, Takashi Aramaki, spoke about a demo for Forspoken, which was playable at the Tokyo Game Show in October. This same demo is what has been made available to download at the for the PlayStation 5, which Mitsuno explains was specifically crafted for the purposes of a demo, and it isn't just a slice taken out of the final game. That was a specifically crafted gameplay demo just to give a feel for the mechanics of parkour and the magic. So that was specifically kind of fetch quest like in terms of makeup, like do these 5 objectives and then get to fight a boss. So the full game isn't actually designed like that. That was just specifically crafted for the demo experience. Now, could this be a cop-out? Yes, it completely can. But there were several times in the demo where I should have died. Like that fall off the bridge should have killed me. I didn't die. There were times where I was really pushing it and just being reckless. I didn't die. So I don't think it is, and I don't think it's the full scope of what the game is. And as I said, I think it's just too many powers and too much at one time. If you build into it, maybe it could be a lot better. They may explain it in full detail as you get each and every new power. But where they throw you in, just too much going on. You don't know how to lock on. You don't know what you need to do. So, and it also, if you listen, they're talking more so about the quest, but they are saying it's just so that you can get a gist on how the game feels. So, yes, I think this is one of them instances where the demo has hurt them. And they also saying that there's more stuff to do in the world. That it's not just empty land. They literally created that space just so that you can get a feel of parkouring. So it's not empty. I did also have a problem with that little super small life bar. I know that these games like the Dead Spaces and the what's the game? Callisto Protocol and a lot of other games are starting to go for this minimalist HUD experience. But your health and your magic should be not as big as possible, but it should be more bigger than them little small things on the screen, which I have to like really focus on because you can get lost in what's going on in the screen because it's way over there on the left side and it's very small. I say all this to say this. I think, pause, wait, here's some reviews. And even with that, look at some gameplay because reviews, while they do help, it's not everything because everybody has their opinion. That's what a review is. So-and-so's opinion. But I do think this game could be good. I just think they may not hold your hand. And that could be a good thing. Because you master this character how you want to master it. And not just gives you more option for playstyle. Not just, okay, use these powers and do this. That is my take on Forspoken. I enjoyed it. It has issues. I will play it again to try to understand more powers of hers and try to show some of get down some of the parkouring that Rhino and others have been getting done. What do you think? This is Revos. I'm out.